Hi, I'm Dan Small. Welcome to Deer Hunt, Wisconsin. This is our 33rd annual special to help you get ready for Wisconsin's gun deer season. Coming up, we'll talk to successful hunters, look at research on pneumonia in deer, join biologists as they study elk calves, and provide a hunting forecast for each region of the state. We'll also feature photos you sent us of your hunt. All that and more on Deer Hunt, Wisconsin 2023. Last year, we didn't see too many deer up in Bayfield County, but one member of our party, Blake Gross, had some success on opening day with a little help from my son, John.
So I didn't get an opportunity to hunt when I was younger, just function of where I was living and the opportunities that I had. It wasn't until the past couple of years when I moved back to Wisconsin, I was able to do hunter safety online and get out in the woods with my friend John. Better late than never.
I elbowed Blake a couple times, like, get ready.
He did.
And the deer, stepped out of this brush, and once he was in the trail broadside, I was like, take him. And Blake just nailed him.
40-yard shot, just about, and he went right down. It was a good experience. I had an excellent mentor and really happy.
Well done.
Thank you. It feels like venison. I'm excited. Think it makes more sense to roll them this way?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see where you hit him.
I'm pretty sure I hit him on that side.
Wow. Good shot. He didn't go anywhere.
He did
just
not.
Piled up here.
He turned right around and dropped. That's fantastic. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. My pleasure.
Well, Blake, congratulations. That's your first deer, I understand.
It is, Dan. Thanks.
Well, you did a great job killing it, but now somebody's got to field dress it.
Well, I suppose I need to learn how to do that.
Well, I'll be happy to talk you through it.
All right.
Let's give it a try. Okay, now what we do is deer hunting regulations are now combined with those for small game, waterfowl, and turkey hunting in one booklet. It's available at any licensed vendor and on the Department of Natural Resources website. Download a copy to your phone and you'll have all the information you need at your fingertips. If you have internet access in the field, the DNR hunting webpage has links to the regulations, shooting hours, public lands, game registration page, CWD sampling locations, Go Wild, and more. This page replaces the DNR's Hunt Wild app. That was retired in June. Many of us hunt on private land, and some of us manage that land to enhance habitat and food for wildlife. Michael Murphy and my son John walked John's land in Bayfield County and talked about how he can improve the hunting there.
Mike, right here is one of the spots where we regularly see water actually pool up. Oftentimes when there's more water and it's not a drought situation, this will be running in this creek, but there's a bend here, with some rocks, and it's created a hole. Would that standing water not be a great water source for a deer on a food plot or on a bedding area?
It could be. The one thing I guess you'd want to check to make sure is that your water is deep enough that it doesn't become what we call brackish, or where it's actually it'll look like a haze on it. If you get like something like that, then the deer, unless they're absolutely really desperate, will not use it. But what you can use in lieu of that, if that is the case, is actually take a cattle tank and dig a hole in this intermittent stream area and allow that to fill up. And that would be a great water source for it if that becomes brackish.
Why again did we want to choose this location?
One of the places that is a great place to look for food sources late in the season is along open water, trout streams. You're going to have green along those edges, rivers, even ponds. By studying the cameras last year, we saw this was a major travel corridor between the bedding area and the food plots. The other thing, when we set the stand up, is we had it facing west because it's mainly a morning stand. Okay, so what that allows is you're not looking into the sun, but yet when the deer are coming towards you, they're looking into the sun. They'll break up that silhouette of you in that tree.
One way to attract deer to your property and hold them there is to plant food plots. Here's Chippewa County landowner Aaron Zwiefelhofer, who tells us he noticed a change in deer activity after he started planting food plots on his property.
I've owned this property for 17 years. Just let the neighboring farmers do their thing for about 10 years, and then I bought the tractor and the heavy equipment to do the food plots the right way. I like to do food plots because there's just something about kind of pretending to be a farmer and really having it be a hobby that I really enjoy, like watching the corn grow, oddly enough. I also do the food plot mixes with the hopes of really attracting deer in the early season, and then again other different blends of food plot mixes to hold them throughout the fall. We have the full spectrum of wildlife here, from deer to turkeys, bears, coyotes. We even see wolves every once in a while. All the typical wildlife that you'll see in northwest Wisconsin. Food plotting helps us see a lot of deer early season. They're coming out into the food plots in the daylight, coming out early, not going to the neighboring crop fields, but they'll come to our food plots early. And then later in the season, again, the corn typically holds them. The does will be in here feeding during the rut, which attracts the bucks. The thing that I've seen change the most over the years is, especially when I have corn, the deer stick around here late into the fall and into the early winter. They used to be right after the gun hunting season, the deer would pretty much disappear, go into the big woods or go find food somewhere else. But now that I've been doing this and planting corn, the deer will stay in through December and even into January.
Food plots can help you see and shoot more deer, but regardless of where you hunt, we all look forward to the same opening day. And this year, the 9-day firearms deer season runs from November 18th through the 26th. The muzzleloader season runs for 10 days immediately following the gun season, November 27th through December 6th. And in all Metro Zone subunits, the firearm season runs through December 6th. Some Metro Zone subunits offer free antlerless tags, so check the regulations for these options before you hunt. The antlerless only holiday hunt runs from December 24th through January 1st in all or part of the 39 farmland zone counties shown on this map and on page 11 of the Hunting Regs booklet. To participate, you or someone in your party must have an unused antlerless tag for the unit and land type where you're hunting. Right after last year's gun deer season, we posted this video on our social media sites. Hi folks, Dan Small here. If you have a successful deer hunt or an interesting deer camp and want to share photos or videos, you can do it with your phone. Just make sure you turn it horizontally because it'll look better on the screen that way. And you can send them to us on our Deer Hunt Wisconsin Facebook page, and we might use your photos or videos on a future episode of Deer Hunt Wisconsin. That video got a great response, and we'll show you some of those shots throughout the show. Here's the first of them. The Hunting Mentorship Program allows hunters of any age to obtain a license and hunt without first completing a hunter education course. The hunter must stay within arm's reach of a mentor, possess an appropriate hunting license and tags, and of course comply with all hunting laws. We talked to two hunters who have each mentored a young man with Down syndrome. Steve Panaz, formerly of Independence, Minnesota, mentors his son Pierce, and Justin Morrissey of Hudson, Wisconsin, mentors his friend Joey Joaquin.
You know, I've been really blessed to have a friendship with Joey now for about 16 years. I started as his respite care provider through his mom and through the state of Wisconsin. You know, it's really developed into kind of a brotherly relationship over the years. About 5 years ago, I started bringing him out hunting and teaching him all about it, and it's just been amazing to see him grow a passion for the outdoors and just have something to really share together like that.
This is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Pretty cool morning, huh?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, dude. Look at that. Mr. Joaquin. Perfect. All right, you can set it right there, okay? You can set it right there. How do you feel right now?
It's good.
Good?
Yes.
Perfect.
Dude.
Big old boy. Knuckles. Yeah.
It's been great to connect with Steve, to come up with these ideas of how we can create more opportunities for Pierce and Joey. It truly means a lot to me to have a friend like Steve. You know, Pierce is Steve's son. Joey is basically a brother to me. It still is really good to go out and hunt by myself and try to accomplish things by myself, but it just misses that community social aspect that I really think brings hunting up another notch for people.
It's over here.
Where? Go get it.
No hugging, just shaking hands, all right?
Where? Yes.
You did that.
Dude. Nice job, buddy.
Wow.
Look at that guy.
One of the best parts about the hunting experience, like shooting a first deer, or once you get it, going through the whole process together and learning together and teaching each other, like that to me is what hunting is all about, and it created a great friendship between Joey and Pierce.
Go, Pierce.
Come on.
Go, Joey.
Come on, Joey. You gotta pull it, dude.
Hurry up. Pull. Pull. Pull.
Pull, Joey. You got it all by yourself. There you go. There's a little more effort.
It's just awesome to have that deer camp experience, and that's where I get my thrill these days with hunting.
We're gonna go.
Go deer hunting.
Yeah. I got the camera. I got the big gun here. Joey's got the 308 on him, and we're gonna stay right by each other the whole way. We're gonna hopefully get him his first deer.
Yes.
Could be a doe or a buck. We're gonna take either one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Are you excited?
Yes, sir.
All right. Should we get going?
Let's get going.
Look at that. Joey Joaquin. It's your first buck, buddy. You got him. A nice 6-pointer, huh?
6?
Yep. Perfect. Look at this guy. Look at that, bud.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness. What do you think?
It's good.
This is just so good, isn't it?
Yes.
We're only just gonna grow this into something more, and this is a great model that we've created. These two guys with Down syndrome, I mean, if they can do it, I really truly believe that anybody can go out, and as long as they have a good mentor and a good teacher, I think the sky's the limit. All of you watching Deer Hunt Wisconsin, I encourage you to get out and become mentors this fall. The most important thing is to just go out and try things and live and experience life in the outdoors in the healthiest way that you can. So make this fall a fall to remember. Become a mentor
and bring a +1 in the field with you.
The 18 counties of the Northern District are iconic in Wisconsin's deer hunting history. With a mix of hardwoods, conifers, aspen stands, and marshland, there's plenty of room on abundant county, state, and national forest land for hunting from a stand or blind, still hunting, or organized drives. Last year's deep snowpack in the north lingered into late winter, but melted quickly thanks to a warm early spring, and that gave deer a chance to recover from reduced forage and limited movement over the winter. The noticeable increase in last year's buck harvest suggests the deer population here is growing, and there should be more deer available this season. The Northeast District offers a diverse mix of deer habitat types that range from hardwood forest in Marinette and Oconto counties to the flatter agricultural and wetland complexes of Winnebago, Fond du Lac, and Calumet counties. In the central counties, a mix of fertile farmland, bottomland forest, and upland forest provides ideal deer habitat. Marinette and Oconto counties are split into 2 deer management units by the boundary of the northern forest and central farmland zones. More antlerless permits are available this year in Marinette County, but Oconto County has the same number as last year. In the central counties, deer numbers are still above healthy levels in many areas. In the southern and Lake Michigan portions of the district, deer habitat is more fragmented and there's higher hunting pressure, especially during the opening weekend of gun deer season. Elk are a larger member of the deer family, and they were native to Wisconsin. Many deer hunters are also interested in elk, so we thought we'd take a look at how the elk are doing. This past spring, we spent a day in Jackson County with DNR elk biologist Christina Kazuski and a crew of volunteers as they searched for newborn elk calves.
Elk were native here in Wisconsin. They were extirpated in the 1800s. In 1995, elk were reintroduced into the Clam Lake area. They were sourced from a herd in Michigan. Reintroduction efforts began in 2015 when 23 elk were released in Jackson County, and then in 2016 an additional 50 elk were released. And those elk were sourced from a herd in Kentucky. One reason elk were brought from Michigan as well as Kentucky were to help with genetic gene flow within the herd. Our main objective today is to collar the newborn elk calves in order to determine the calf survival to year 1. Putting out these GPS collars on the newborn calves allows us to get that data point. We can go in and investigate causes of mortalities, and that's a bit of information that we get as well from the collars. Also, this year we're utilizing GPS collars on our calves, so we can get synchronized data from the cow collar and the calf collar. So we take small, slow, methodical sweeps throughout the woods. We're looking for that calf hidden in the vegetation. Typically the calf is motionless and quiet. That's their natural way to evade predators. So sometimes they can be quite difficult to see. If we find the calf, everyone will stop, we'll point out where the calf is at. We'll make this large circle around the calf, and we're able to constrict our circle down even greater and then put our hands on the calf. We put a blindfold on the calf to minimize that visual stimulation, and then we can begin our workup protocol. So what that protocol looks like is we put an expandable GPS collar on the calf. It's a small little battery box that has GPS and VHF capabilities. The collar is made of elastic banding, and our goal here for the expandable belting is for the collar to stay with the calf up to year 1 at minimum. After we put the collar on, we put a tiny little microchip. It's called a pit tag. It's just an additional unique identifier, similar to what people might put into their pets. And then we weigh the animal. We take an incisor measurement with a caliper. So what that'll give us is the age of the calf. We sex the calf, and then also we put an ear tag in the calf. And then that's the end of the workup. Deer hunters are a passionate group of people. They're definitely interested in their deer hunting and the activities that surround it, and that reciprocates too to elk hunting. So they're generally interested in the population, how is it doing, when potentially could there be a hunt in the future for the central zone. There's been a hunt since 2018 in the northern zone. So I've heard from many deer hunters that are putting their name in the hat trying to win that elk tag. My take-home message to gun deer hunters during that 9-day rifle season is to know your target, know what's behind it, make sure you're shooting at a white-tailed deer, maybe take one extra second to ensure that your target is certainly a white-tailed deer and not an elk.
The Southern District encompasses a wide range of deer habitat types, from the wooded ridges and coulees in the southwest to the flat productive farmlands of the south central and the urbanized counties along Lake Michigan. Last year's mild winter should lead to ample opportunities this fall. Antlerless harvests have been below recommended levels over the last several years, and the deer population continues to grow throughout much of the district. Despite the summer drought, many hard and soft mast trees produced an abundant crop. CWD continues to increase within the district and statewide. Last year, Wisconsin detected nearly 1,500 CWD positive deer, and the majority of them came from the Southern District. The varied landscape of west central Wisconsin offers some of the most productive deer habitat in the U.S. Last winter was relatively mild here, and overall it didn't have a significant impact on the deer herd. By early April, warmer temperatures and rapid snowmelt gave deer better access to available food sources. Most of this region is private land, but there are public lands scattered throughout the area that provide quality hunting. There's extensive public land within the central forest zone counties where deer numbers are lower than in the western and eastern counties, but hunters can still expect to find ample hunting opportunities. Hunting pressure has been on a steady decline in the central forest zone over the last 10 years or so. Hunters there will enjoy a more relaxed hunt, but may also see less deer movement during the gun deer season as a result. Most of the counties of the district have had CWD positive deer either within or close to their boundaries, and hunters are encouraged to have their deer tested for CWD. On past shows, we've looked at DNR research on chronic wasting disease in southwest Wisconsin, where CWD is most prevalent. Scientists are still analyzing the data from that study, but while doing their work, they found pneumonia in several deer that weren't infected with CWD. Researchers have launched a new study in that same area to see if there's any connection between these two fatal diseases. Last fall, our videographer Dave Roll shot 2 deer in Crawford County, and I joined him to take tissue samples for this research. The samples are being analyzed by DNR scientists, who hope to have a report out by next summer, and we'll share the results on next year's Deer Hunt Wisconsin show. Now, Dave shot his buck last night and field dressed it right here, so I'm going to remove the lung tissue sample, and we'll get that in the vial. And then we'll go down and pull a tooth and do the nose swab. We're going to do a nasal swab on him. And that goes in the kit. And then we'll take a tooth. Here we go. Now all we need to do is get both deer tested for CWD and send all the samples to the DNR. Scientists are continuing to study the prevalence and spread of CWD, and they need your help to do it. Regardless of where you hunt, you can have your deer tested for CWD free of charge, and you'll find a list of sampling stations and self-service kiosks on the DNR webpage under the keywords CWD sampling. You'll get test results in a week or two. We have all our deer tested, and I encourage you to do the same. There's more to safe hunting than just basic gun safety, of course. Always unload your gun or open the action before you cross a fence. And if you're hunting with a friend, hand your gun to your partner and then cross the fence. When hunting from an elevated stand, unload your rifle and use a rope to raise and lower it. Always wear an approved safety harness when hunting from an open elevated stand, and connect your harness to a lifeline when climbing into and out of your stand. And when you're in your stand, connect your harness to a secure line behind you. Use a pair of binoculars to look for deer or check out another hunter. Never use your rifle scope to look at another person. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Deer Hunt Wisconsin. You'll find links for more information on the Deer Hunt Wisconsin Facebook page, and all the segments from this year's show are posted on our Deer Hunt Wisconsin TV YouTube channel. I'm Dan Small. Thanks for joining us. Have a safe and successful gun deer season.